Imagine waking up every single morning to the same cold gray view. Steel bars separating you from the world. For 30 long years, this was David Miller's reality. A reality built on a lie, for a crime he never committed. Let's rewind to 1989. David was 25. He was a mechanic, grease under his fingernails but a sparkle in his eye. He was newly engaged, dreaming of a house, kids, a normal life. But one single terrible night shattered that dream into a million pieces. A robbery went horribly wrong. A life was tragically lost. And in the chaos and fear that followed, a single eyewitness pointed a finger at David. "It wasn't me," he pleaded. "I'm innocent." But his voice was drowned out by the gavel strike. In a time before sophisticated DNA testing was common and without the money for a high-powered legal team, David's word wasn't enough. He was just a scared young man, swallowed whole by a system that seemed designed to crush him. The prison gates slammed shut, and his life as he knew it was over. The world outside kept spinning. Seasons changed, years blurred into decades. From behind bars, David could only read about the incredible changes happening. The rise of the internet, the invention of smartphones, the fall of the Berlin Wall. It was like watching a movie of a world he was no longer a part of. He missed his own father's funeral. He missed his sister's wedding. He missed watching his nieces and nephews grow up. Each birthday, each holiday was just another tick on the calendar, another painful reminder of the life that was stolen from him. While other inmates served their time and left, David remained, a ghost in a cage, frozen in 1989. He held on to one thing, the truth. He never stopped fighting, never stopped writing letters, never stopped believing that someday someone would listen. He read every law book he could get his hands on, becoming an expert in his own case, memorizing every detail, every inconsistency, every potential avenue for appeal. Hope was a dangerous thing in a place like that, but for David, it was the only thing he had. Then, in 2019, a miracle happened. A group of determined law students, part of an innocence project, stumbled upon his case file. They were young, full of fire, and they saw what everyone else had missed for 30 years. Doubt. They decided to dig deeper. They weren't just looking at old documents. They were looking for a key that could unlock David's future. Their investigation led them to a small, forgotten box in an evidence locker. Inside was a piece of fabric from the crime scene, something that had been overlooked 3 decades ago. The students pushed for new DNA testing, a technology that was science fiction when David was first convicted. The lab went to work, and the results were undeniable, irrefutable. The DNA on that fabric did not belong to David Miller. It couldn't have been him. 30 years of his life, built on a catastrophic mistake. The day the prison gates finally swung open for him was surreal. The air tasted different. The sunlight felt warmer. Reporters swarmed him, microphones and cameras in his face. One of them shouted a question. "David, what's the first thing you want to do as a free man?" David, now a middle-aged man with gray in his hair and the weight of the world in his eyes, looked up at the sky. He smiled, a soft, bittersweet smile. "I just want to feel the sun," he said, his voice thick with emotion, without bars in front of it. Can you imagine that? Something so simple, so pure, that we all take for granted every single day. The state eventually awarded him $12 million in compensation. A staggering number, yes. But how do you put a price on a lifetime? How do you buy back 30 years of stolen memories, lost love, and shattered dreams? You can't. No amount of money could ever repay that debt. Today, David Miller isn't living a quiet life of retirement. He channels his pain into purpose. He travels the country speaking to law students, activists, and policymakers. He shares his story, not for pity, but as a warning. His message is powerful and clear. Justice delayed is justice denied. He fights to ensure that no one else has to endure the nightmare that he lived through. David's story is a heartbreaking reminder that our justice system, as great as it can be, is run by human beings, and human beings can make devastating errors. It shows us the incredible power of hope and the relentless pursuit of truth. It forces us to ask ourselves, how many other David Millers are out there, waiting for someone to listen? Thank you so much for watching and for letting us share this incredibly important story with you. If it moved you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel for more content that matters. Your support helps us continue to shine a light in the dark corners. We'll see you in the next one.